Getting the best settlement from your commercial debt, use professional negotiators. Commercial debt relief refers to the collection of delinquent balances on a business client owed by another business borrower. It is normally done by a third party, not necessarily associated with the original agreement between both parties, the lender and the borrower. Commercial loans are made by financial institutions or other companies. The lending institutions will use their own methods of processing loans. If there is a default by the client on the payment of the loan, the lender will contact the borrower and advise them that they have missed their payment and will have to repay it. The amount the borrower has to pay can also be affected by commercial loan. The amount of money required for the payment is determined according to the terms of the contract. Normally, the creditor has the right to insist a certain amount of interest and principal amount as well. This is why the lender has the right to take legal action against the borrower in case he fails to pay the loan on time. In a commercial loan, the borrower may end up having to pay the amount due to both the lender and the borrower, which are termed as an open payment. This type of payment is not unusual. The principle of this type of payment is also not uncommon. The interest on such a payment will depend on how long the loan was for. The process of commercial debt relief works with the creditors. It involves them to get their money back after the client has failed to pay the amount due to them on time. When a loan is given to a client, the lender will have all the rights to collect it from the debtor. If the client fails to make the payment, the lender has the right to send him a legal notice stating that he has failed to pay his debt. The legal notice tells the client that he has failed to pay the loan and will have to repay the money or face the penalties. Legal notice is similar to a tax notice. It requires the client to pay the debt as early as possible or face legal action. This way, the client will not be able to evade the obligation that the creditor has put on him. It does not matter who gives the legal notice, although the lender is legally responsible for the debt. Once the legal notice is received, the client must make the necessary payments or face legal action against him. Commercial debt relief options can be used if the client cannot pay back the debt or get a better deal with the lender. However, there are some cases when the client cannot settle the loan. In such cases, the option to seek help from a settlement company is used. If the clients cannot pay back the debt by any other means, the company will get the client the best deal. In order to do this, the company will negotiate with the lender. On behalf of the client, the firm will try to convince the lender to get the best deal. This will mean that the client will not have to pay back the full amount of the loan. However, it is not always possible to carry out such a good negotiation process. Therefore, the client has to use some legal advice in order to prevent himself from being exploited. To do this, the client has to hire a professional service provider. The professional can be a lawyer, debt management agency, or a financial expert. They will have the necessary knowledge and skills to work with the lenders on getting the best deal. In most cases, the professional company will take over the negotiations between the lender and the client. Once they have the necessary bargaining power, they will negotiate with the lender to get the best deal from the lender. Once the professional company has done this, they will negotiate on behalf of the client and get him the best settlement. As soon as the debt has been negotiated, the client has to pay the lender. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video for more about how to live debt-free.